We started a database, and you remember that in the first two class we covered the basic of the database, and then we learned how to make the relationship, and thereafter the most importantly we know that different feature of the queries, and we learn how to build the queries, how to run different selection, okay, and how to run this quality calculated field using this builder option. And thereafter we also learn how to prepare a word merge, okay. So therefore our that part of the queries is done. So today we are going to learn something new, and that is called reporting, in fact, okay, reporting and form. So first I'm showing you report because it will take less time, in fact. So how can we create the reports? First we have to find this create tab. You need to click there, and once you click there you will find the report wizard, and that is the report wizard. From the report wizard or report properties, you need to click the report wizard actually, okay, report wizard. And once you click the report wizard, in fact you can create your report from the query. As you already run the query, you can run or you can prepare this report from your query, or you can create a report selecting that field from the table individually, okay, selecting that the field individually. In case of query, we already shown you that how to do it, okay. We already shown you that how you can select a particular field from the table, in fact, okay. So you can, it's your option, but for me as we have already run our query, so I am actually taking the information from the query, in fact, rather than taking the information from the table, okay. So in the query we have number of issues, but say for the reporting purpose we are taking very few issues, in fact, like I'm taking the student ID, first name, last name, and maybe that late fee, okay, and the total payment, only this few information. And then we hit OK or next, and then you will find two issues. If you select student info, then student properties or student field will be top. If you select payment info, the payment info will be top. Like see, if I click payment, the payment info will be top, but I don't like, I like the default option, so student info will be the top. That we select the student info or do not change anything. Next, the way or that the list, the way we are seeing this is fine, so I'm not changing anything. Next, ascending, descending, everything is fine. Next, here you have to choose that what type of layout you want. So layout means how it's look like. Right now it is default step, and if it is a step it will look like this, okay. But if you change like block, it will change little bit. If you go for outline, it will change a little bit. So you have to choose one, in fact. So say that I like the step, so I click the step. Then your page orientation, normally our page orientation is portrait, but if you want you can go for the landscape, okay. For my case I'm selecting portrait. Next, and I'm writing the name. Here I'm changing the name. I'm writing that payment report August 2020, okay. Finish. My report will be appear here. So here is your report, okay. Here you see the report, and this is the report icon. This is the report icon, okay, and here is the report. But here you see that this report is in fact the print version. It is in the print version. So actually you can print the version here, in fact you just get a printed out, okay. But I don't want the print that report out, because you see that for database is fine, but for this case my report is not look good. If I include this report or if I make the print, you see that name are already joined because it is the field name. So I need to do little bit manual change, and as I need the manual change, So therefore I will close this print preview. So it is a print preview. Here you see that close the print preview. So I want to close the print preview like that. Okay, once you close the print preview, you will see something like that, but don't worry, okay, because there will be some other view. So here you see that you are in the design view. Actually many people, they love to design their report in the design view, but for us maybe it's not look good. So if you do not feel comfortable with this design view, what you can do, you can go for the layout view. If you click the layout view, you see that your layout is little bit looking good. Actually it is looking little bit good, but you have to manage it in professional way. And therefore what I'm trying to do, I'm just dragging it little bit right side, okay, and make this some space there. So that is the designing part of your report, in fact. Okay, and for that, this is the all name. I can drag it there. Okay, I can drag it there, and so therefore student ID I can make little bit space, because it will be insert in my text report or doc report. So therefore I need to make it little bit better, so that it's look little bit better. In fact, I can just drag it there, okay, and then drag this late fee here. Maybe I can drag this late number here, fine. Drag this late fee here, making a space, and just hold all and just release it here. I'm just doing it using my mouse, nothing else. Okay, and then the total payment. Right, and hold it there. Sometimes you will see something like that. If you see something like that, don't worry. That is happening because there is no such space that can accommodate the number, and that's why sometimes it's look like that. If your report is too big, you just drag it, make some space, you will find everything fine. Everything is okay. Okay, so you see that my report is little bit fine. Now I can do a little bit, like I can check my size. The size is letter. I can go for A4. Okay, then I can go to the home tab, and in the home tab or the design tab, maybe the page setup, you see that the format. In the format, you can change the shape fill, or then I go there design and I can apply some theme. Okay, I can go for the theme. I can select the theme like PowerPoint. So here you see that once I select the different theme, it actually changing their nature. Say that I select this theme, and so I need to make it a little bit bigger, then I can change the font. For the changing the font or color, I can go here, or maybe I just go there and I can use different color scheme. Okay, and if I want to make this font change, just I can go to the home tab and change this one. The color I can change. Maybe say that I'm choosing this. Make it bold. Okay, select this, control, hold the control and select all one by one. This one, let. Now your report now is look better. You know, your report is now look better. So there is a little problem. Let's see. No, not like. Control Z. So my report is now better. So now I can go for print preview. You see, now I can go for print preview. If I go for the print preview, I can print it PDF, but because I don't have the printer, so you can make it PDF, or in the other way, you can select this table. In fact, okay, you can, sorry, external data. Okay, so you can transfer this table to the Excel sheet or the other Access file or the Word template. You see, you can go for the Word template. Documents, browse. So I'm finding the desktop. Okay, and click there. Click there. So let's see. Payment report. Here you see. So here you see that my report is already pasted in a Word document. Okay, maybe the network is not good, and that's why it's happening. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, okay. So here you see that this is the Word document. That is the Word document. Actually, better
Yes, sir.
yes. Actually, better you transfer it to the to Excel format. Okay, and then you can do something, and then you can paste there. But you can directly put your report to your I mean this report to your Word document. You can easily do it. So no worries, because after you selecting that, you can apply the border. Okay, so you can apply the border, and then you can select in this and then post it to the other document, no problem. So you can do it. There are lots of way you can insert, I mean use it, in fact. So this is how we can use our, I mean the report wizard actually. But the designing expert actually, once you spend more time on the designing, then your skill actually increase. I'm not that much good in designing, because in the designing you need the color sense, the contrast. Okay, actually I'm not spending that much time in designing, but you have to learn. Once you spend many time on that design, you can get the better design, in fact. So that is the report, in fact. Okay, so that report is finished. I'm just closing the report. Then I'm going to create the form. Okay, just a minute. It's not responding. Well, I'm just okay. No, okay. So therefore, I complete that reports. Now I'm going to create something called like a form wizard. Now, the why we need the form. Actually, we need the form to input the data. Many times you see that data entry work. Okay, what does it mean, data entry work? The data entry work means there is a form, and you have a data, and you seeing the data from one place, and you need to put the data into the database. And once you put the database, we actually use the form. And say that you are visiting a hospital, unfortunately, say, and your customer relationship officer of the hospital, they ask you to fill out the form, in fact. Okay, and that is a hard copy form. So once you fill up the hard copy form, the customer relationship officer, seeing your records, seeing your report, or seeing your information, they put that information in the computer system. and actually they are putting your information to their database using the form. So we need to create the form in a way that the offline form and online form both should be look similar. Okay, the idea of this, that if you try to include the data or include that information to your student information or student table directly, there is a high risk of mistake in fact. Okay, and therefore what we do, that mostly we use the form to input the data. So form wizard is very, very important for you. Like query, form is also important for you. So how can we create it? We just create, we can hit the create tab, and then we find the form wizard, and once we form wizard, you will see that dialog box, and in the dialog box you will see all the table and all the query. So don't take any information from the query. So once you creating the form, first you have to ask you that what type of form you are going to create. Okay, if I going to create a student form, definitely I need to grab the student information from the student table, not the payment information table. Okay, we can create multiple forms together, means we can create two forms together, but creating two forms sometimes a little bit confusing to the student. So therefore I am showing you the single form and how to create the single form, okay, not the double form. So as I'm saying that we are going to create a student form, so therefore I need to grab or collect or select information from the student table. So first we need to select the student information. Once we select the student information, you see that the relevant field at the bottom window that come from this student information table. And so far I need all the field, because all the field I need for my customer or for my student. So therefore I'm selecting this, and all field will be selected in that field, in fact in the working space. So I'm just clicking here, it all comes to the working space, and then I go to the next. Here that is an important decision. How do you want to see your form look like? So you can go for columnar, you can go for tabular, datasheet, or justified. Normally I select first two, in fact. So right now the columnar, you see that form will be look like that, or if we select the tabular, the form will be look like that. Actually looking, the tabular form looks better, in fact actually easier. Or datasheet form, well, we select the tabular, no problem. We select the tabular or we select the columnar. So select the tabular. Next, student information. So I'm writing student information form. Okay, student information form. Finish. Your form is appear here, and you know that we had 5 students. So therefore you are seeing the 5 students here. Okay, because in your student file here you see that we have 5 students, and that's why you are seeing that 5 students, in fact. Okay, but you need to design the form little bit different way, because you are going to print that form, getting the print out of the form. But right now the form is not look good, because whenever you see the hard copy form, you see that there is a logo of the university, there is a instruction or something like that. So what I'm going to do, that I am going to do a little design. I can do it by design view here, or I can do it through this layout view. Okay, I'm using layout view because I'm comfortable with the layout view. First I select this. If I select this, actually I select student information form, but it actually takes other field as well. So what I need to do, that first I select this, and then I need to drag it up. Okay, and therefore I just make these 2 rows different. Now you see that 2 rows are different. Okay, and I am writing that student information form, but I am writing something better, SU student information form. SU student information form. Okay, and then I make this form, because it is a field, I'm creating little bit little rearrange. Okay, so that I can clearly see that student ID. I can clearly see the student ID. Okay, and the same thing here. Gender, age, phone number, district. That's fine. That's look fine. But as I said that I will go to the design view. I will change the theme. Say I am selecting this theme, or maybe that theme. Okay, that theme is not good. Maybe I selecting that theme is fine. Then I am selecting the color scheme. Anyone say that I'm selecting the red one, or the font size. Canberra, I like Canberra. It's fine. Okay, and therefore I can do it little bit. Go to the home tab, colored. You do practice, you will do better. Must be at least better than me. Okay, let's select one. Okay, so actually I'm making one change and that can impact the other as well. So therefore right now my form is not looking bad that much, is okay. Now the most important part, say that a customer came to you, now you have to input the data. Now how do you input the data? You need to input the data here. So two important information. This here you see that one after another. If you click, okay, right now I'm seeing that 105, but if I click there, here you see that if I click there, my first column will be selected, like 101 is selected. Now the first thing is, whenever you input the data, you cannot input the data on the existing record. Okay, that is the record, that's row is the record, you already know. But you cannot input the data on or over this existing record. You actually need to put the data into the empty sheet. But say you have a 10,000 customer or 10,000 student, so it is not possible for you that you click one after another. Okay, it is not possible for you that you select one after another and then you can find a empty space. So what you need to do, that every time you try to input the data, you need to click this icon, because this icon means it will create a blank row for you to input the data. So we will select this yellow box, in fact. Just click the yellow box, means new blank record. Once I click here, you see that a new field will be appear, new record will be appear. Here you see that record or row is right now appear. So I'm writing, right now I'm writing 101. Oh, I cannot write. Why? Because we are in the layout view. Okay, if I want to write it, we need to go to the form view. Many students say that I cannot write. Why? Because I need to go to the form view. If I go to the form view, then I can write. Here you see I can write right now 106. Then I can use the tab, then I can see that, say Mashrafi. Okay, Mashrafi key. Okay, Mel, maybe 32, I don't know his phone number, and he is from Narail, right? Something like that. Okay, now you have to see that whether this record is updated to your file. That is important. If this record is not updated to your student information table, that means your form is not well or okay. Let's see. No, I do not see that Mashrafi's information is there. Why? The reason is that I did not save the file, in fact. So therefore, first I need to close this table because I cannot open this table in fact. Then I need to, after I put this information, I need to hit another blank information, hit the blank, or maybe go for the save. You can go for the save. Now open your student information, and here you see that.
Sir, I didn't get it. Can you repeat it again?
Yes, I can. Just see that once I save it, actually put the save after putting that information and open this table, you see that information is there. The new information is there. You see, the Mashrafi Murtaza is there. Now, if I say that I am putting the other information, 107. Like say that in that case the name is Sharmin Sheila, okay, and she is female, she is 20 years of age, phone number is this, and she is for Potuakhali, say, okay, but I already put that information, but you have to save it, okay, and then you need to visit your table. But once you see the table, there is no information of Sharmin. Why there is no information of the Sharmin? Because that table is already open. It is not refreshed. So what you need to do, you need to shut down the table and then reopen the table. And here you see that information is there. Now you see. You understand? So therefore, any student comes to enroll to you like new student, you need to put the data into the form, in this form 108. Then say that Kamal Hussein, male, 26, 8, and coming for Dinajpur. Okay. So here you see that information is not there. Just what you do, that you need to go to the form, save it, and then you just refresh it or close this form and then open the table once again. Here is the Kamal Hussein information. So this is how we put the information, and similar case will be happen if you create a student course information form. Like if you want to create the course information form, just close it, all close, then create form wizard, take that information from course info, next, this time columnar, no problem, course information form, say, okay, finish, you see the course information form. But this time you are seeing that one another. In case of that student form, here wherever you see that all information in the same table, but as I said, as I choose the different layout, this time you can see only the one information. How many courses we had? How many courses we had? 3. And then you see the 201 or 201, 301 and 401. So if you need to input another one, then you need to click there and say that you are writing, say that 507. The course name is Management Information System. Management Information System. And then you can write the department for management, and then you can save it. And if your form, your course information, if you open your course information table, you will see that new course is added there. Okay, the new course is added there, and that's the thing of the form, creating the form. You can also add another one, new one. Let me know any other course ID. Tell me any course ID. Say 303.
411.
Okay, 411. And the course name?
Management Information System.
We already did this. Another course, you just say that econometry. Okay.
Econometrics.
Okay. Econometry or econometrics? Econometrics. Okay. The department.
Econometrics.
Okay. Department economics. Right. Okay.
Sir.
Then you save it, and then you see that course info. There is a no update.
S হবে
Sorry. Economics.
স্যার এখন জি স্যার
Okay.
ঠিক আছে ইকোনমিক্স
Yes. Then course info, there is no update. Actually, close this table, open this table. You see that the course is there, and that is the function of the form, and that's it. In fact, we have some other thing. Access is not like that. There are so many different function, but for your understanding, I guess that's fine. Up to this level is fine. So we learned how to create a database, how to define the characteristics, how to make the relationship, how to run the query, how to run this form and input the data into the form, and how to make the report. For your case, whenever you do exam, you need to input your information, not the other information. Like in this case, you need to put your ID. In your case, you need to put your ID. If your ID is 6 digits, you need to write your 6-digit number. Then you need to put your name, your last name, your gender, your age, your phone number, or maybe a pseudo phone number. I do not need your phone number, and your district. But the information should be yours, not your friends, not any fake ID. Whenever you do this form, you have to input that information, and that is your information. So that is actually almost end of my lecture, but there is one thing important, because during the exam you cannot create all these form from the very beginning, because it will take longer time. But for your exam, say that you will get like only 40 minutes. Within the 40 minutes you have to complete queries, run different queries, word merge, either report or form, okay, and also designing. So it's not possible then. So what you need to do, that you need to learn how to input and export, and that will be my last topics, how to input and output. So this is called the external data. So say that I already show you how to import it. Say that you if you want to import your report, I already show you that how can you do it. Okay, say if you import your file, this file actually, so you can do it. You can this is the export file. Here you see, export file. Say that you want to export it in the Excel, so you just select it and go to the Excel tab and browse. We already select the browse. It's already selected the desktop file, no problem. I just hit OK. Close. Here you see in my desktop. Probably you cannot see my desktop, I guess. Why you cannot see my desktop, I know. Stop share, and then I can do screen share, then you can see my desktop. Now you can see my desktop. Here you see that this is a
started sharing.
Yes. So here you see that
1 minute কিছু সেকেন্ড সময়
okay.
জি স্যার
Okay, so here you see that this is my already is imported, exported, is exported to my desktop, and this is the file, the same file. So exported is easy, in fact. Okay, exported is easy. Exporting something from Access to Excel is easier, but import is not. Okay, and you have to pay attention on the import, because whenever you do import, you have to maintain some characteristics. Okay, and therefore I'm finding some file for you. So let's visit my website. Management Information System, and there you will find some Excel file. Here you see this is the lab file. You will not take it, but take this one. This is for your practice file. Actually, I created a practice file. So this is which format? This is Excel format. Okay, then you have to import this Excel file to the Access. So what I need to do, I need to download it. First I need to download it. So Excel for Practice Access. So I can download it. Okay, it is downloaded already. So I open it. I find it in my folder. This is in the download folder. But before I open the download folder, what I need to do, that's I have the one Access file. So I'm actually shutting down or closing down this Access because I do not need this Access file. So I'm just shutting this down, or I'm shut off this Excel file, Access file. For you, what you need to do, you have to create a new tab, new Access file. Right button, then you see that the Access file, and say your name. Pick one of your name. Some student actually leave, I guess. Sumaya, I can see that I can write this student name is Sumaya. So what I need to do, that wait a bit. Some student already left me. They will. It's a very important part. Sumaya, and say that her ID is 22222 or whatever. Okay, so that would be your file name. Okay, then you need to open it. Okay, after you open it, there is enable content. You just hit the enable content, and then you leave this file here just like this, or you minimize it. Now open the Excel file. My Excel file already downloaded in the download folder. This is the Excel file. Click it, and once you click the Excel file, you will see multiple page, and you know that Excel has multiple pages. We already know this. So okay, most important part, if you see something enable editing, please hit another enable editing. If you not hit the enable editing, your import will not work. So, or maybe work but not work properly. So what is important? Hit enable editing, and therefore you will see that there are 3 pages. One is student info, one is course info, and other is payment info. But there will be other file, and if you click there, the 4th number file, you will find the question here. The question or task that you have to perform in this analysis, in fact. So therefore, you will see in the question. Okay, so you will find that question there. Okay, so you need to see the question and follow the steps and complete your work. First important point, you need to see the table. One of the important criteria for this table, that once you transfer anything from Excel to Access, I am repeating, once you transfer anything from Excel to Access, you have to make sure that the first rows, okay, should be field heading. Okay, or first row should contain field heading. Right here you see heading. Here you see that first row, this is the first row, and first row, this is all actually heading. Right now here you see that heading is okay because there is a no space, but you might find something as there is a space. Okay, but important point, the first row must contain the field. Right now you do not see the field, in fact. In that case, you need to insert the rows and you need to write the field name. Okay, it's a most important point. Okay, and second, you need to see that whether here is any duplicate value, because Excel can allow the duplicate value. Here you could easily see 106, but Access will not allow the duplicate value. So if there is any duplicate value, you have to remove it or rename it. Like if there is 106, you need to put 107, no problem. Okay, that's it. So that's the one important point. And you need to check all the other table as well. Mostly for your exam, don't worry about that. For your real life, you have to check manually. But for your exam, that doesn't matter actually. Probably 1 and 2 issues you have to you can see and you can easily find out. Don't worry. But remember, there should not any other value in any other cell. If you put any value there, that will create a problem. So you need to see that your page is clean. Okay, and thereafter you know that this file name is studentsinfo.dis. Okay, and you know that that file is under or is in the folder of download folder, that you know. Now the important works is going to do. First you need to find the external data. Be attention please. Okay, how many students here? Only 27. If you do not perform it well, then you cannot complete the relationship, and then you are going to get 0. So the first thing is important. Pay attention, don't sleep. External data. Okay, click the external data, and once you click the external data, here you see that your export is inactive, because in your database, Access database, nothing is there, and that's why export is inactive. But your import is active, import and link. So you are importing your data not from other Access database, not from other external database, not from other text database or XML file, rather than you are importing your data from the Excel file. Why XML? Because the point on cell terminal sometimes generate data into the XML format or CSV format or Excel format, and that's why your previous data, if you want to input in your Access, in that case you need to find the format, and based on the format you need to import the data from that format. So for our case it is Excel. So I click the Excel, and it will ask you to show your folder, in fact. So I know it is not in document. Right now it is show in the document. I know it is not in document, it is in the download. So I will browse, and by browsing I will show my computer that my file in the download. So I click the download here. Here you see the download. I click the download, and I see that my file. My file is this. This is my file. So I click the file, and once I click the file and open the file, it will already selected. Okay. Once you selected, you will find a dialog box, and here you see that as I has 4 sheet, and therefore it is showing the 4th sheet. It is showing the 4th sheet, and right now student information sheet is selected, and therefore all the relevant information you can see from the student information. Don't talk please, don't talk right now. But there is a one problem. The problem is that I should have 6 record, because my record should be 101 to 106. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 record. But right now it shows that I have 7 record. Why? Because my rows information, that is a field information, the computer actually considered it as a record, and that's a one problem. That's a one problem, very, very big problem. So I have to do something very importantly in the next stage. So I select student information, I select next, and once I select next, here you see that my first row is automatically separated. Look very carefully. Student ID is 1, but once I select next, student ID is still 1. If I click here, the first row contain the column heading. That is very important. The first row contain the column heading. If you do not click here, that will be devastating. Why it is devastating? That you see that if I click here, and then student ID will be separated, and I will get the 6 record only. But many times students do not click here, and then they complete the import. What is happening here? You see that if you do not do it, say that you just doing it. I will show you later that what is happening. You have no field. You see, you have no field. Why? This is the datasheet view. If you change the view, you see is field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4, field 7. That only be possible whenever you have only the data but no classification. So you cannot make the relationship. Because how can you make the relationship? Because if you do the same thing for the other table, I'm just showing the example what could be happen. Say this time I am selecting customer information, no rows, no click, finish. You see your customer information is also same, and they actually creating a ID by its itself, and there is a field 1, field 2, field 3. So if you go for relationship, okay, how can you make relationship? You cannot make relationship, okay, because both fields are same. There is no differences. So it's very, very important that you pay attention whenever you import your file. If your importing of the file is not correct or accurate, so you actually spending whole day, but your problem will not be solved. So I'm deleting all the file, okay, and then I'm showing you once again external data, Excel, browse, my student file, open, okay, select the student information, next. Definitely I need to check this, that must be checked, tick mark, must be checked, okay, must be checked, tick mark. Next, here you see that student ID is there. I will not changing anything. I will not change anything. You can change it, but I am not changing anything, okay. Next, and then this is important, let access add primary key. Here you see that access actually automatically add a primary key for you, okay. But say that you already decide that student ID will be your primary key. So in that case there is no such thing that you decide the computer to assign the primary key for your data set. So in that case you can choose my own primary key, and then from this choose own primary key you can select anything as a primary key. But I would recommend don't do it. You should select no primary key, okay, because if you choose the primary key and somehow is there any duplicate, that access will say that you cannot choose this field as a primary key, and that will create some problem. So better you select no primary key, okay, then go to the next and write the table info, finish, okay, and no need to save, okay. Then open it, check whether your primary key number is fine. You see that there is no duplicate number, but there is one problem. The problem is that first name there is a gap, but we say that there would be no gap. So what you need to do, that you need to go back to the datasheet view, design view, and clear the space between this field, and thereafter you need to assign something like gender. It is a short text. You need to go for the lookup wizard and apply something like male female, okay. Okay, finish, and that is called definition. Student ID is number fine, and we already see from the datasheet view that my student ID there is a no duplicate. So if there is a no duplicate, then what you need to do, you need to keep the cursor there and assign the primary key. And once you assign the primary key, you need to hit the save button. It is saved, and then close this table. Fine, your one table is fine. Then you need to go to the second table, Excel, browse, the file already chosen, okay. This time I'm going to choose the customer information. Same way, tick, there is a tick, is fine. Next, no primary key, I do not want that computer select my primary key by its own, so I put no primary key, next, finish, close, and then I open the customer information. I see there is a no duplicate, that's fine, and all the name are fine. So therefore I go back to your design view and assign the primary key, save it and close it. Okay, then I go to the external data, Excel, browse, find the Excel, open, okay, and then this time I will select the payment information table. Next, definitely I click the tick is very important. Next, we will not change anything. Next, I will say that no primary key. Next, finish. Okay, open the payment info. Let's see that whether there is any problem. There is no problem because payment ID is fine. But we can do something. We need to go to the design view. The course ID is number fine. Student ID is a number fine. Payment ID is a number, but this time you cannot apply the auto number because computer already there is a number, so you cannot apply the auto number. It's fine that you have only the number. Amount paid, course fee should be the currency. You put the currency. Payment paid currency. Payment status yes no fine. Due amount currency. And the payment type in the short text actually the lockup wizard. Before applying the lockup wizard, you need to see that how many options you have. Some data lost, actually no data lost, so you can put yes. So here you see we have Visa card, Visa credit card, cash, bank transfer, Master credit card. That's an Amex credit card. Okay, bank transfer, cash, Visa, Master, and Amex credit card. So therefore we go there, and then we apply the lookup wizard. Type value. I can write cash. Then I can write bank transfer, Visa credit card, Master credit card. That means I am preparing my table according to that, and Amex credit card. Okay, fine. My table is fine, I understand. Then I keep the cursor on payment ID, apply primary key, save it and close it. So my all table are fine. Now I can go to the relationship table, database tools, relationship table, add course ID, payment information, student information, and whether my tables are okay I can see from here, because if you see the field 1 2 3 4, then it is not right, but for my case it is right. And each table has a primary key, student ID, payment ID, and course ID. And payment ID and student ID is common, course ID and course ID common. So I can drag it, release it there, enforce, create, course ID to course ID, enforce, create, and so therefore my relationship is done. Save it, and then close it. And thereafter the first two question is done, because the first question will be like in the Excel sheet, that import the data from Excel to Access. Okay, 7 numbers in this sheet, the question sheet. Then define the data quality, means that we see that the number, assigning the lookup wizard. If there is a duplicate value, check the duplicate value, change it. Okay, so that would be your, I see 18 chat, that means 18 students attend, but here I am seeing only the 27 or 28 students attend. It's fine, it's justified for you, not for me, but I am okay with that, no problem. So the thing is, the idea is that you have to manage manually, and thereafter you go for relationship making, and then you can go to the create tab, query wizard. Okay, simple query wizard. And then you select the student information, select the tab, course information. If you know the work, it will take 20 minutes to complete your tasks. Trust me. Say that I write the query too. Okay, finish. My query done. my query done. Then I just change it. I can apply greater than 0, run, all the 0 gone. Then I can go there, find a new tab, find the builder, and run the calculated field that I have already shown you, calculated field. So you can watch my previous video if you miss my class. So I'm happy that I finish your lab class and your all classes. Really happy, and it was very nice to have with you, and it's fine. There is some more function, but I guess up to this level it's fine. Okay. So far this is the end of the class, and if you have any concern or if you want to tell something, you can tell me. So I'm stop recording probably. Now you can tell me